Without him, ChatGPT, Gemini, self-driving cars, and the AI revolution itself might never have happened. At 30, he founded a small gaming chip company. By 60, he became one of the most powerful figures in the history of technology. This man is Jensen Huang, the quiet visionary who built NVIDIA, the company that powers the entire world of artificial intelligence. But this isn't just a story about chips or machines. It's a story about vision, risk, and the power of seeing the future before anyone else could. Jensen Huang was born in Taiwan in 1963. His childhood was far from easy. When he was 9 years old, his parents moved to the United States, chasing opportunity and hope. He didn't speak the language. He shared a single room with his brother. He cleaned tables in a restaurant to help his family survive. But behind that quiet, reserved boy was a mind obsessed with how things worked. A child fascinated by logic, circuits, and the strange world of computers. He studied electrical engineering at Oregon State University, and later earned a master's degree from Stanford. Yet even in those early days, Jensen saw something others did not. He didn't dream of building just another tech company. He wanted to change the way computers think. In 1993, Jensen Huang gathered two friends around a small table. Together, they founded a company called NVIDIA. Their mission seemed simple: make video games look real. At that time, the world of gaming was changing fast. Players wanted smoother motion, lifelike lighting, and immersive 3D worlds. Jensen's answer was a new kind of processor, the GPU, or graphics processing unit. While traditional CPUs focused on one task at a time, GPUs could handle thousands of small tasks simultaneously. This made them perfect for rendering the complex graphics of games. But Jensen saw something deeper. He realized that the true potential of GPUs went far beyond gaming. Where others saw entertainment, he saw intelligence. Where others saw graphics, he saw the blueprint of artificial minds. Inside NVIDIA, many thought Jensen's obsession with GPUs was narrow, just for gamers and designers. But he was playing a longer game. He believed these chips could one day power machines that learn, machines that think, machines that understand the world. At that time, artificial intelligence was barely a dream. Computers were still slow, clunky, and expensive. Most experts thought true AI was impossible. But Jensen was patient. He built, he tested, he refined. Years passed. Then, one by one, pieces began to fall into place. 2006, a year that would change everything. NVIDIA launched CUDA, a revolutionary platform that allowed developers to use GPUs not just for graphics, but for general computing. Suddenly, scientists could use gaming chips to train algorithms, simulate physics, and process massive data sets. The world didn't notice at first, but the researchers did. CUDA gave them a tool powerful enough to handle the growing demands of artificial intelligence. Then came the AI boom. By 2012, deep learning models began outperforming traditional algorithms. They needed enormous computing power, and NVIDIA GPUs became the engine that made it possible. The same hardware that made games look realistic was now teaching computers to see, speak, and understand. It was the moment Jensen Huang's long vision became reality. Suddenly, the world changed. Google, Microsoft, Tesla, OpenAI, every major tech company wanted NVIDIA chips. GPUs became the heart of the new AI infrastructure. ChatGPT, DALL-E, Midjourney, and countless other AI systems were all trained using NVIDIA technology. NVIDIA was no longer a gaming company. It was the beating heart of the intelligent age. Investors called it luck. Engineers called it genius. But Jensen Huang knew it was neither. It was the result of decades of patience, risk, and relentless belief in a future no one else could see. By 2020, NVIDIA's dominance was unquestioned. Its GPUs were running data centers, powering autonomous vehicles, and enabling breakthroughs in medicine, robotics, and space. The company's valuation crossed $2 trillion, placing it among the most valuable corporations on Earth. And at its center, Jensen Huang. The once quiet boy from Taiwan had become a symbol of technological revolution. He was more than a CEO. He was a storyteller, a man who painted visions of the future with silicon and code. When he spoke at conferences, people listened. He didn't talk about profits or competition. He talked about the next frontier of human progress. But even empires face storms. In 2022, the US government banned NVIDIA from selling its most advanced chips to China, citing national security concerns. The world's AI powerhouse suddenly found itself in a geopolitical battle. That single policy decision set off a chain reaction. China began developing its own AI chips and models, determined to be independent from American technology. Two companies rose from the shadows: Byron Technology and DeepSeek AI. Byron focused on creating cutting-edge AI hardware. DeepSeek focused on building powerful language models. In 2023, Byron unveiled the BR100, a chip designed to rival NVIDIA's A100 GPU. And in early 2025, DeepSeek announced DeepSeek V2, an AI model trained entirely without NVIDIA chips. For the first time, the world saw a glimpse of a new balance of power. But while competitors rise and nations race for dominance, one fact remains. It all began with a dream, Jensen Huang's dream. The dream that gaming chips could become the brain of intelligent machines, that entertainment could evolve into cognition, that the spark of creativity could ignite a new technological era. NVIDIA's story is more than business. It's a testament to human imagination. Because every revolution begins the same way, with someone who sees what others overlook. Jensen Huang saw the invisible future of computing and turned it into reality. There's a quiet lesson in Jensen's journey. Innovation isn't born from comfort. It's born from curiosity, from obsession, from being willing to look foolish while chasing an idea no one else believes in. He once said, "You can't be timid in the pursuit of extraordinary things." From a restaurant dishwasher to the CEO of a trillion-dollar company, Jensen Huang embodies that truth. He reminds us that technology isn't just about hardware or code. It's about vision. It's about persistence. It's about believing that what you build today, no matter how small, might one day change the world. As AI accelerates, new names will emerge. New systems will rise and new technologies will challenge NVIDIA's throne. But the foundation, the architecture that made this revolution possible, carries Jensen Huang's fingerprint. The chips in your phone, your car, your laptop, even the servers that run this very video, all trace their roots back to a small team in 1993 and a man who refused to give up on his vision. That is his true legacy. History is written by those who see tomorrow before it arrives. Jensen Huang saw it decades before the world did. He built the bridge from entertainment to intelligence, from pixels to perception, from games to global AI. His story reminds us that revolutions rarely start with fanfare. They start quietly, in a garage, in a lab, in a restless mind that refuses to stop asking, "What if?" Because sometimes what looks like a game is the beginning of the next great era of humanity. This is the story of Jensen Huang, the man who turned gaming into intelligence and silicon into the soul of the machine.